Can you talk to us a little bit about Imagination Players and the birth of that and how that eventually became the Berkeley Playhouse?
Sure. Part two of the story is that when we moved in 2000, I had a 3-year-old. No, I had a 5-year-old and a 5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. And my 5-year-old was on the spectrum, which wasn't the term we used then. And he loved musical theater. He would memorize the shows I was in. I was an actress and director back in Seattle. And we thought we'll put on programs at the Junior Morgan. So we started a program called Kaleidoscope. Actually, Kimmy was one of my very first teachers, Kimberly Dooley, in 2001. And we did this great on-site programming every 1 or 2 weeks with a theme. And my son Kyle came to me and my daughter Emma and said, you know what? Not working for us. I was like, what? And they said, we want a tribe. We want to be in shows. We want that experience like you had when you were doing your shows in Seattle. And I'm like, but look at this beautiful theater and program, but we weren't producing shows then. In the very beginning, we were just doing education, and it was much more skill-based. And so I did what any crazy theater mother would do. I did it in my house. And because Kyle's disabilities really required a more social emotional handling of the curriculum, I was not trained in children's theater at all. I was trained in theater and I was trained a little bit in education, but I asked my friends, Dave Nair, who I was working with at the time, who was at Cal Shakes, an incredible fight choreographer at the San Francisco Opera. He built me a stage. We had wraparound flats. We took out all the furniture from my living room, which I'll show you. And he built me a stage. And for the first summer, we did 3 shows. We did Seussical 1 and 2 and Willy Wonka. And I did it with friends of Kyle's. And it was this fabulous group of young people. We had some kids who were very good readers, some kids who were dyslexic. We had a couple of kids with learning challenges, which was really helpful. So that what our first experience of doing the Imagination Players was that every child can be successful, and we don't kind of play to the ones who have the most quote-unquote talent. Instead, I invented try-ons, and I believe the desire comes in if you're willing to work hard and you're willing to fall in love with musical theater, as I was, and characters and theater, and just delve into it, then anything is possible. And that's what happened to these kids. And the Imagination Players grew into a home-based program that no one could get into because no one would ever leave. We started producing all year round. There were 24 kids at the height of this program in my house. Insane, we had them everywhere. The kids would rush into my kitchen and wear snacks. We were doing performances in the back of the house. Parents would come with notes and say, please can my kid get in the program? I heard that you have found a way to help kids who don't read. The magic was I was tape recording. I was like, so you don't read, so what? You have trouble reading? No problem. We'll feed you the lines. And that attitude, I think, is what created a very different culture in Berkeley Playhouse. And every show, I would just be weeping in tears because I was so proud of these children. And my son, who really was not thriving socially, had people who loved him and who wanted to be with him. My daughter, Emma, was thriving, and I was absolutely in love with every single kid that was in this program. And the parents would come to me and say, I can't believe the quality that's going on in my living room. And I'd be like, I know, it's incredible, right? And I think it had something to do with it. I didn't developmentally teach down to anything. I kind of treated them like professionals and just took all their different abilities into just translating in different language. So that's the beginning of the Imagination Players. Within 3 years, we couldn't keep them anymore in here. We started renting Shotgun Theater. I started hiring other people to help me. Molly Aaron's an amazing director in the Bay Area. She was one of my first other directors. Phil Gorman, who is a composer who works with us, was one of my first music directors. And we sort of did this thing where we were here, and then we were also at Shotgun, and then we started also using some of the space at Junior Morgan, but it wasn't yet the Berkeley Playhouse. So that's phase 2.